Welcome to high school football here on a warm Friday night, coming to you live from Royal Stadium in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Our matchup tonight is the Broome Centurions, who won their opener last week over Powdersville, versus their rival across the street up the Highway 9, or not Highway 9, Coach Toney, what's that road up there? 221, the Chesnee Eagles. Chesnee also won their opener though, so this is a battle of two unbeaten teams tonight. I'm the coach, Dick Cox, and I'm joined tonight in the booth by Coach Barry Toney, the legendary Barry Toney over here with me tonight. Coach Toney's going to be running camera number 1. I'll have camera number 2. Excuse me, Coach Toney's going to be adding Tony's tidbits throughout the game.
Words of wisdom there, Coach.
Got the wow there, but we are just about ready. We're about, as you can see on our pregame clock, we're about 16 minutes and 17 seconds away from getting this party started tonight. The Broome band is on the field, I think, for the pregame festivities, and we will be cranking things up here before too much longer though. It's been a hot day in Spartanburg today, Coach Toney. You had to back the game up to an 8 o'clock kickoff, and I'm looking right now on my thermometer, and right now on the field, the heat index is 95 degrees. So still is warm out there. We noticed before the game, one of the Chesnee players, after pregame warm-ups, I think was taken to the hospital. Don't know what his illness or what the reasons were, but we've had one casualty already tonight. And again, hopefully tonight, more than likely, I would presume the officials will probably had several stoppages of play to give them a little bit of a rest or cool them down some night. What do you think?
That's what they've done in the past. They usually go about halfway through each quarter and have the officials kind of give them a break.
Well, our players of the week from this past week, we want to congratulate the offensive player of the week was a young man who was supposed to start the year as the JV center. And Broome starting center could not play last week, and the backup center also hurt, 2 injuries, and he stepped in, and after an inauspicious start where his first snap of his varsity career went over Kamaje Brackett Brannon's head, he said Stephen O'Dell, the big veteran senior offensive lineman, calmed him down, told him don't worry about it, everything's going to be okay, and he relaxed in the game and ended up getting offensive player of the week. So that was good for him. The defensive player of the week was a young man that we did not hear a lot from last year, but has worked really hard. Chance Williams was the defensive player of the week. He made the big stop on the 2-point conversion for the Centurions. Got in there, I asked him what was he looking for on that final play, and he said, I had a feeling the quarterback was going to keep it. And he stuffed him at the line of scrimmage. So we're going to go down to the field right now for just a minute as we see the colors will be presented. And we're going to go down for the national anthem. So let's go down to the field for a minute.
Please remain standing as the Broome High School Royal Regiment Marching Band, which is joined tonight by players from Limestone University, to perform the Star Spangled Banner.
job by the Centurion Marching Band with the National Anthem tonight. Teams will probably be coming in here shortly. Want to take this opportunity, Coach Toney, and I know you appreciate this too, that our buddy Troy Lee is the Director of Football Operations. Last week, I was telling him, Powdersville had a brand new press box, but they had no air conditioning in that press box, and it was over 100 degrees. And I had to stand up the whole game because I only put 2 chairs in there. And I was telling him when I went down the field for the game about that, he said, Coach Cox, don't worry. He said, I'm in charge of facilities. He said, I'll have the air conditioner turned on at 7:30 on Friday morning. And he said, it'll be cold enough to hang meat in there for you. So it feels great in this press box. Thanks, Troy.
It certainly does, Coach.
So, we're about ready to get this party started. And while we've got this opportunity, I want to mention our sponsors that we've got tonight. We've got our sponsor of the week is Cleeper Construction. Shane Cleeper was a star football player here at Broome. Barry, you coached him, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I coached him when I was captain of middle school.
So you can see that is went on, played college football, and has been a leader in this community with his business. And I'll tell you what, we wouldn't have been able to stay on the air for the 17 years that we broadcasted Broome coming in without Shane's help. He stepped in every case when we were desperate for sponsors, playoff sponsors, whatever. He stepped in, and just appreciate him and everything he does and the way he sponsors all the sports and activities, athletics here at Broome High School.
That's right. Kudos goes to Shane.
So Shane Cleeper is the Cox Sports Broadcasting sponsor of the week, and we will have something for Shane to present with him later in the season, a plaque in honor of this tonight. And so we thank him and all the sponsors. We'll be talking some more about the sponsors as we get into the game tonight. And so I think we're going to be getting here shortly. The Centurion captains are on the field, and I see the captains are number 77, Stephen Shrek Odell. Also number 20 for the Centurions out there is Mason the Magician Dixon, the longtime kicker here for the Centurions. Number 3, KBB, Kamaje Brackett Brannon is one of the captains tonight, and he's got a new name that we said we were going to come up with a name for the dynamic duo in the backfield, and the name we've come up with is, drumroll, Sugar and Spice. He is Sugar and J-Mac is Spice. So they're going to be the Sugar and Spice attack, making you pay the price with Sugar and Spice. Also, the final captain tonight for the Centurions, trying to get his number right now. Looks like, is that Coach Toney, number 8? He's got a hood on tonight. Why would that'd be a little warm with a hood, wouldn't it? The Centurions have taken the field, and they are lined up behind the goalpost, ready to make their entrance. And this is one of my favorite uniforms they're wearing tonight. They are wearing the royal blue jerseys with the Vegas gold pants, the Vegas gold helmets with the Centurion logo on it, the gold Vegas gold numerals trimmed in white though, so they look sharp. The Chesnee Eagles have come over dressed in all white tonight with black helmets and yellow trim on their helmets along with black numerals on the jersey. Well, they had a barn burner in this game last year. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to even be present for the game last year. That I was told if I showed up for the game that I would be personally escorted off the grounds. But Chesnee jumped out to a 28-7 lead from what I understand, and the Centurions came back and rolled off about 47 points in a row right there though. So I think the big thing Coach Fleming's saying tonight, the Centurions have got to get off to a better start than they did last year. Once they eliminated some of the mistakes, they kicked it into high gear. So, but it is Hawaiian night here in the stadium. Aloha, book 'em Dano and all that good stuff.
Coach, you're right. I believe that number which you were looking at is number 8.
Number 8 for the Centurions, that would be Xavier Hill, who is a senior. Number 3 is one of the captains. That is Blanton for Chesnee. I'm trying to see the other. Number 75 is one. That is Aiden Allen. But the captains are exchanging pleasantries down there on the center of the field. Chesnee will be the visiting team. They will call. And Coach Toney, I've always said, what would you call if you were calling a game? Coin.
I'll call heads.
I always call tails. Tails comes up. I did the probabilities and statistics class one time. And the probabilities are tails come up. I asked Stephen O'Dell last week when Broome was the visiting team, what did you call Shrek? He said tails. Broome won the toss last week. So we'll see what the toss is today, who wins it.
If I was out there, Coach, I would probably be saying, tell those referees, heads I win, tails you lose.
And I tell you what, the officials we had last week would have believed it. Those guys, they were out to lunch last week. They were out to lunch, and they weren't at the Sugar and Spice either. That they were out in left field there. Again, we're happy to have the Sugar and Spice, one of your favorite places,
Absolutely.
as one of our sponsors. And while we're waiting tonight, I've got to mention something here real quick. Today is a very special day. My beautiful wife, my best friend, my girlfriend, my everything, it's birthday today. And unfortunately, it fell on a game that I had to broadcast, and I was very, very upset of not being able to spend her birthday night. We are going to celebrate tomorrow that my daughter's coming in from Charleston. But a very, very happy birthday to my soulmate, Rosie, who is back in the truck tonight, and wishing her a very happy birthday. I will say, it's not a Medicare birthday for hers like it was mine last week when I had mine Sunday, though. But she's been a big supporter of mine, and again, she's been a huge part of my life. And Coach Toney, this
Happy birthday, Rose.
This is the 48th year that we've celebrated her birthday together.
Hey, congratulations, both of you.
Thank you. So we will get on now. The Centurions, I think, have won the toss. They will get the ball first. And we're waiting right now for the Centurions to come through the banner tonight. They're lined up behind the goal post. And we are about 4 minutes away from getting this party started. Here comes the Eagles. They'll be playing "Wanna Fly Like an Eagle," and we're going to see Steve Miller Band perform that in December. It is. We're going to see him fly like an eagle. Here comes the Centurions. Again, love the uniforms Centurions are wearing tonight. The Vegas gold with the royal blue. That's got to be one of my favorites. Until I can talk them into having a black uniform with Vegas gold and royal blue and white heroes. That'd be tough, wouldn't it? I'm working on Coach Anderson on that. I might just be spinning my wheels, but that would be great.
If they had a little bit darker jersey, they'd look like Notre Dame.
They would. They sure would.
With the gold helmets and
Yep.
the gold pants.
I loved when they went to the gold helmets. And again, we're both Spartanburg High School graduates, so the Vegas gold kind of figures in there. Although yours were red and black when you went. You were the Redbirds and the Crimson Tide.
Remember the Redbirds?
Yep, and the Crimson Tide. All right, we are ready to get this ball game started tonight.
Where are those years gone there, Coach? It's only been about 32, 55 years ago.
Wow. Time flies.
But I remember
It does.
yesterday.
All right, again, our heat index right now at kickoff, it feels like 94 degrees right now at kickoff. Although it's feeling like about 72 for us.
I feel like about 74 is wrong, Coach.
Yep.
Desi to kick off.
All right, Coach Toney's on the camera right here. So we are ready to go.
Let's see some football, Coach.
And it's a dribbler that's going to skid through. And on the return now, looking for daylight. He's got the corner turn, and he's going to be run out of bounds. And a nice burst of speed then by number 15. That's Darren Crook. So, we have got our first Sugar and Spice offensive series coming up right now.
Centurions will start this possession first and 10 on the 37-yard line.
So our kickoff is brought to you by Larry's Trophies, and we are ready to get things underway here. Looking to throw deep. He's got a man open, and he got kind of tripped up, and they didn't call anything. The Centurions with a little play action look.
Bracket Brandon's pass ball is incomplete. Intended for number 0, Trayshawn Suber.
And Suber was the intended receiver then. And it's going to bring up second down.
That'll bring up second and 10 on the 37-yard line.
Centurions with one back in the backfield. Sugar and Spice back there. Ball's going to be kept by Bracket Brandon. He gets across the 40. He gets up to about the 47, and it's going to be close to first down yardage. Let's see where they mark it.
Bracket Brandon on the carry for Broome Centurions.
And it's going to be a pizza in, first and 10, keeping the drive
They
alive.
got first and 10.
As Bracket Brandon picks up 10 yards on the carry. J-Mac breaks the tackle. He's going up the sidelines. He's turning it on. And he gets down to about the 20-yard line. J-Mac, Jalen McGill on his first carry of the night. And I told Jalen, I said, you're going to break a couple tonight when we were at Pizza Inn. But yeah, but that's a good run. It's another pizza. Just underway here at Royal Stadium. On the option look, keeping the ball is going to be Bracket Brandon. Bracket Brandon gets down to about the 15 and going to be driven back then. Had a chance to pitch it or keep it, either one.
Bracket Brandon on the carry. Gain of about 3 yards.
Gain of 3 on the play.
It'll be second and 7 on the 16-yard line.
Second down, 7 yards to go. J-Mac turns the corner. He's going to get down to around the 5-yard line on the play. And it's going to be another pizza in, first and 10, keeping the drive alive.
That'll make it first and goal on the 7-yard line.
So here we go. First and goal. Breaking a tackle, bouncing down. Is he in the house? Let's see. Touchdown, Centurions! And it is a Carolina Spine and Health touchdown. Attempt the extra point. It will be a Total Industries PAT. Mason Dixon on to attempt the PAT. And we've got stoppage of play right now. Illegal procedure as we have our first D2 Power Sports flag on the play.
On the offense.
And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So our new score here on the opening drive is the Broome Centurions 7, the Chesnee Eagles 0. see Harry Hall, a buddy on Highway 9 there. They are remodeling the store there. And I'm sure he's trying to get everything finished this week, but he does a great job. He provides our Player of the Week awards each week, and just thank Harry for being a loyal sponsor all these years too. And there's the kick. It's going to be fielded and getting up the field out to about the 42-yard line. And that's where the defense, the Spartan Waste defense, will take the field.
The Eagles are starting to possess the first and 10 on the 42-yard line.
Quarterback throws it behind the line. That's a lateral right there. He threw it backwards to his outside wingman. And it's going to be a pickup out to about the midfield stripe. That was number 12, J.J. Parker, who threw that ball.
Covering a 2nd and 4 on the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 6 yards on the play. Now throwing it up the field. Let's see if that was, Coach Toney, could you tell if that was a forward pass or was that a lateral again?
Lateral pass goes out.